Welcome. We're super excited to have you here as we as we kick off beta. Beta is a term that actually has two different meanings, so I wanted to tell you about what those meanings are. I thought that this was a very good title for this event, because basically we are halfway through our fellowship program where all of our fellowship teams are looking for advice and feedback about how to continue along their path. So beta is actually a word that is a climbing term that means advice on how to successfully navigate a path. And so I think it's really fitting for this, and especially since it also has that meaning, which is that it's getting feedback on software development. So we hope that you use this opportunity today to give all of these folks that are going to be presenting to you some feedback, relevant feedback that helps steer them in the right direction for the rest of the year. So I know that a lot of you that are here probably know a lot about our programs and the work that we do, but I did want to give just a little brief overview of the fellowship program and how it works. We have 30 skilled, talented, wonderful developers, designers, project managers that you're going to be hearing from today, placed in 10 cities across the country. And we work with these cities to bring these technologists to the cities to really look at how technology can sort of change the way that governments think about approaching problems. And so you're going to hear a lot of these stories today about the fellows' work and how they're approaching problems a little bit differently within their cities. We have some great city partners on the other side of this that aren't here today, but will be at our summit in a couple of months, that are really paving the way for this kind of work to be done within the cities, and so we thank them very much for their support as well. This is a great timeline that our Lexington team put together to highlight and illustrate sort of the fellowship process. So we are right there in the middle, June, which is right in the middle of the entire thing, and we're testing and building and revising, and et cetera. But in January, the fellows started off with coming to the San Francisco offices, and they got an orientation and training in all things government and civic technology, and how to do research and things like that. And then in January, they went and they were embedded within their city governments, and they did immersive research and understood the composition of a city and the landscape of that city, and got to know the people who were working within the local government and then the communities that they serve. So they all conducted a ton of interviews and really started to understand the composition of the cities that they're working in. They came back with lots of ideas, tons of ideas, and it was really probably one of the hardest parts since the onslaught of January training, of really distilling those ideas into some relevant prototypes and some first pieces of technology that sort of showcase their ideas and how they were going to move them forward. And now they're getting to a point where they're starting to actually develop applications and rolling those applications out within the cities that they're working with, getting user feedback, really understanding how people are utilizing the technology so that they can getting feedback from things like this so that they can make relevant changes to the applications and have something really great by the end of the year. This is Kavi, Team Denver, doing user research within the city hall. He offered free cookies and lemonade to get people to give feedback on the projects that they were doing. And some applications have actually already rolled out. So this is just a few weeks ago in the city of Atlanta. A court notification application was rolled out. This is Mayor Kasim Reed, and you're going to be hearing more about this in a little bit. But additionally, what the fellows do is they really work within the cities to not only build applications and technology, to build up capabilities and skill sets within the governments that are going to create a lasting effect on the cities that they're working with. This is a quote that was just featured in Mother Jones just a few days ago, that it's not just about the software that they write, but it's about the way that they think. So, as the fellows are there within their cities and showing what's possible, we've been doing this work for about 4 years now, and throughout this work, we're starting to learn what some of the values and the capabilities that we want to see local governments be utilizing. So here are some of them. This is still a work in progress, and we encourage you to give feedback on some of these values that we're seeking to see in cities. So if all of this sounds really exciting to you and you want to get involved, there are multiple ways to do that. There are local brigades across the country that are volunteer communities that are working to code a better city and working within their city government, working with their city government at a local level. So if you're interested in that, you can go to codeforamerica.org/brigades. If you're, you work within local government and you want tips and resources and tools, go to codeforamerica.org/governments and sign up for our peer network, where you'll get newsletters and webinars and access to tools. And if you're interested in what you see today with the fellows and you want to make the same kind of a commitment, take a year to work within public service, apply to be a Code for America Fellow. Applications are open until July 15th for our 2015 class. So we highly encourage you to sign up if this seems like something that's of interest to you.